when they hear about, in this case, M-Disc being rated for 1,000 years, when they hear about tape being rated for 30 years, when they hear about Blu-ray being rated for whatever, they all understand that's via, advanced aging technology. Obviously, M-Disc wasn't invented 1,000 years ago, and it hasn't been tested for 1,000 years. Since most people haven't participated in advanced aging techniques, maybe help us understand that part of it a little bit.
Yeah, I love to talk about that. My chemistry friend, Matt Linford, is one that's even stronger in this area, but he has helped me make sure I understand relatively well. So let's back up a few decades to where paint is being used nationwide, primarily here in this country. And various companies are saying, well, our paint is better than your paint. Well, how do you know that it's better? Well, okay, let's take a surface and let's paint it with our paint and your paint, and then let's abuse it. Well, how is paint abused? What causes paint to degrade? Well, we know that sunshine and rain and temperature variation, all of those are pretty tough on paint. So let's put it in a chamber where we put bright lights on it, we raise the temperature and lower the temperature and put rain on it, and then let's test it. Well, that's fun and that's cool, but how do we tie a science to it? Well, the really good thing is this guy named Arrhenius and another guy named Eyring both came up with equations that tell us exactly what the degree of degradation is as a function of the materials being used and how that relates to real time. So let's say that I degrade something in 20 hours of this abusive testing. What does 20 hours of abusive testing mean? So all we have to do really is identify what kinds of factors cause the recording layer of the M-Disc to degrade. We already knew enough about polycarbonate, and we know what causes polycarbonate to degrade. So that means that if we put ultraviolet light on and regular light on the disc and the recording layer, if we put it in high temperature and high humidity, we know exactly how much degradation will cause 1,000 years of degradation. That's accelerated aging. It's a science that was developed by the paint industry, and now it's been extended, of course, to all sorts of industries, including optical discs.
Interesting. So you're basically just sort of borrowing it. By the way, I had no idea that it started with the paint industry. I had no
That's
idea.
fine. So that's what the Naval Weapons Research Center did down in China Lake, California. They had this chamber, and the chamber had a lot of bright lights, and it had temperature control and humidity. So they put all the discs in there, including ours, and including the very best optical discs, and just tortured them under very carefully controlled conditions, and then tested them, put them on a reader, see what the air rate, what happened to the air rate. And of course, you watch those air rates climb and climb and climb on all the other discs until they completely failed when they were no longer correctable, where our disc was just going, hey, this is nice. This is like a walk on the beach.
Interesting. A walk on a very hot beach, but
a very hot, very intensely lit beach, but nevertheless, no problem.